Hey everyone, so I thought I'd just go ahead and make a video for this week as well, since last week it worked out pretty good, I thought. And then I'm just gonna once again try and keep this super short and sweet, and then you will have time to work. So last week, your guys' assignment for Friday was to go ahead and make your bill of materials, your cut list, and then write the instructions so that somebody else could make this if they needed to. So essentially, a full-fledged project plan. I gave you the drawings. You now have the bill of materials, the cut list, and the instructions, so we could hand this to your neighbor and they could go ahead and make that. This week, what I want you guys to do is we're going to figure out how much your project costs. This is kind of important because when you're looking at doing a project, maybe your project isn't as cheap as you think it would be, and maybe you can instead just buy the bookcase from Walmart. Especially when you think of sometimes, like if you are accounting for the price of your time. So I'm not going to make you guys do that, but if let's just say your project total comes out and it's like $50 for your chest, and you could buy a very similar chest from a furniture store for $75. Is saving that $25 worth your time? Because it takes a little bit of time to make this. So I just want you guys to be able to visualize and figure out how much your project costs, and then help you guys make some of these choices for the future. So I have created a Word document here for you guys to use, and it gives you your instructions pretty clearly. So it says you're going to take the bill of materials and determine how much it would cost to make your wood project. So using the internet, price out all of your materials. You can price them out using any store that carries any type of woodworking supplies. Probably the easiest ones to do that would have a website where you could look it up and figure out what those prices would be like Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot. Those ones would probably be your best bet. And I did list those on here for you too. So you're going to determine how much a 1x4 by whatever would cost, okay? So for example, you need 30 inches of your 1x12, okay? So if you go and look at your 1x12, if you pull that online and you're looking at a 1x12, you typically have some options for how long you can buy a board, okay? So you can typically buy boards in either 6, 8, 10, or 12 foot lengths. So if we need 30 inches, how much is 6 feet? A 6 foot board is 72 inches, so that's way more than you need. But that's how you have to purchase it. So I want you to figure out how much you have to purchase it by. And plus, it's not the end of the world, because then it allows for errors. So if you have a 6 foot board, but you only use 30 inches of it, you still have extras. So later we might do something with actually pricing just the project and the cost of materials used. But for this portion of it, I want you guys to price out what you would have to go buy from the store and what your bill would be. So I made a little table down here. So at first it says quantity, then description, then unit price, and total. So let's just say let's use your 1x6 for example. So if we went to the Menards website, we found a 1x6, we were going to want untreated lumber, so just plain old 1x6, and we're going to get that in an 8 foot board because we can't fit a 10 foot board in our pickup, okay, so we only have an 8 foot board. We need 100 inches, 8 feet is 96, so we would need more than that. So we would have to get 2 boards essentially, right? So in your quantity here, you would type 2, okay, so 2 boards. So I'll just put 2 there. Your description would be a 1x6 untreated lumber, 8 foot long. Okay, and let's just say your unit price for that was I'm just making a number off the top of my head. This isn't accurate or anything. So you guys would have to find the accurate one. Let's just say it was $7.25. What would your total price for that be? You have 2 of them, and your unit price is $7.25, so your total price would be $14.50. Okay. So we're just going to be looking at your materials. So essentially, I just want you guys to find like what all your boards that you need. So okay, you have your material list. You had a 1x6 board, a 1x4 board, and a 1x12 board. So you have to price out all 3 of those boards. Your other materials would be, I told you up here in your instructions, do a pound of screws. So just a pound of screws. You need sometimes you can find them in a pack, but you need 2 1-inch long hinges, and then you also need a pint of either stain or paint. Okay, so you put all those in down here, and then once you have all your prices over here, I want you to add up the total of how much you're going to spend at either Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menards to make this project. Okay, and then we will go from there. Is this going to be super accurate of what your project actually costs? No, because if you end up buying 2 boards, but like a board and that's 60 or 72 inches long and you only use 30 of those inches, technically you could go ahead and break down that price and figure out your price per inch and then add up like, okay, how many inches did I use? Figure out, take your price per inch times how many inches you use. Okay, that's how much it cost me to use this 1x12. That would be a really accurate, a really true statement of what your project cost. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and do it this way at how much you would purchase from a department store to figure this out. So this is all you have to do for this week. It shouldn't take you, it shouldn't take you guys all too long. So just as a reminder, for the end of the day on Friday, your things that you need turned in are your discussion post, and then this project pricing out your wood chest. As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text, whatever works. I will try and answer it as best as you can. Freshmen, the biggest thing is honestly right now, we need to keep on top of school and just make sure we're doing our assignments. I know Friday sometimes seems like a day off, but it's not. So let's just stay ahead of everything, get our assignments and our work done, and then we'll be sitting good. Those of you that have been gone, just make sure that when you come back, or even, when you come back, that you make arrangements to come in and make up some of your shop time. I don't make you make up a whole 50 minutes worth for one day. It's about a third of that. So schedule time. I'm here on Fridays, so if you'd like to come in on Friday to do that, just get a hold of me and we can arrange some times. I'll give you some time to make this up because you guys were gone for quite a bit, but you will need to come in at some point in time, either after school, 8th hour, before school, or on Fridays to get this made up. Other than that, hope you guys have an amazing weekend and enjoy our nice fall weather while we have it.